So I guess it's good evening at this point, or good afternoon, good evening. Hi, everyone. My name is Miranda, and I'm the instructor for this course, so ACEX 1006, Understanding, Learning, and Inquiry. So as I had posted in D2L, this is remote learning, so we will be seeing each other virtually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Really tonight, my goal is to kind of just get to know each other, get to know the course and the syllabus, as I'm sure you've done in your other courses up to this point. And for me to get to know your needs. I know that not everyone has the same internet connection. You might be logging in from places other than Ontario. So just kind of get to know what are the needs and limitations of the technology, but also what you're expecting of the course and what you can expect of me and the content. So I'm going to go through a couple of general guidelines, ground rules for online learning, but it's more just in the context of me getting to know you, and I don't want you ever to feel uncomfortable by any means, and my goal is never to put you in that kind of situation. But things like just getting to know, sorry, Beth, I'm going to use you as an example just because it happened to work. Things like a preferred name. So I'll get you to fill out some information and surveys and things like that, so that what I have on my, because I have obviously I have a course class list. If you have a preferred name, things like that, just so that I can get to know you and address you appropriately. My first language happens to be French, so I will put a French spin on your names unless you correct me and tell me, no, it's actually pronounced this way. Please, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I want to know how to address you, so that's something that we'll go through tonight. And then I want to know how you feel with technology, how comfortable you are, and what are your expectations with the use of D2L in particular. So because this would have been something we would have seen each other in person, I don't know what everyone's comfort level is with D2L. I'm happy to post everything there. You can create a OneDrive. So please, tonight is just kind of like letting me know what's going to work for you. You can do it in the chat for those who are comfortable enough with Zoom. Send me a private message, send me an email after class. Just let me know what works for you, and I'll try and meet as many of your needs as possible. Because at the end of the day, this course is not really like any other course at Laurentian. It really is a skills-based course. So we will go through like theories and the motivations behind certain things that I will suggest, recommend, and ask you to do, with the goal and the hope that whatever you're able to develop in this course, you'll be able to apply in all of your other courses. So way back when, I've been teaching this course for like 5 years at least. This course was created to meet a specific need. We were seeing students when we eliminated grade 13. We had students that were coming in as like right now in a winter term. There wasn't really a transition course that helped you kind of navigate university studies. You could be coming from a college, you could be coming from the workforce. There's a lot of different reasons. You could be coming directly from high school as well. So this course was designed initially to kind of help you develop the skills that you're going to need for the rest of your courses, but also beyond. So things like time management is a skill that we go through, and I'm not saying I'm an expert in any of these skills by any means, but I was a student. I worked full time and I did my master's on the side. I helped students for 6 years at Laurentian before I moved to Boreal. So I've gained a lot of knowledge and experience, and I've heard from students. So my goal is to share with you strategies that will hopefully benefit you. And I love hearing from you guys. So you're the ones who are obviously studying currently. So if there are things that you're like, okay, but can we talk about this? Absolutely. This is probably one of the only courses where you just be like, yes, I can absolutely tie most things that you need to know into a topic that we're going to discuss. So I leave it a little bit open to you in the sense that you've got a question. And normally the first week, because this course is so open, I've got students asking me things that are totally not related to Laurentian and the course, and just like general Laurentian expectations. I don't know how many of you, if this is your first semester, first course, remote learning is new to a lot of us. So just please feel free to ask your questions. If I don't have the answer, I'll find it. So kind of, especially this week, if you're lost, you don't know who to contact, you don't know where to go to find the information, let me know. Either someone in this course might help you, or I will find the answer for you. So we are supposed to be 20 in this course. 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. Du, 4, 6, 8, 14. Almost there. You'll notice for some reason, I can't count in English, but anyways. So I just kind of want to get to know you, get to know who you are, and get to know the course. That's the goal for tonight. I do have PowerPoints. I don't know how many people like the use of PowerPoints, and I do share all the PowerPoints. You guys will be able to follow along. If you tell me, and the majority tell me that you want everything on D2L, I'm happy to do it, and I'll go and organize that this weekend. If you have another method, let me know. I can pass everything through email. I'm really just however you want the resources. I'm happy to do that, because I know that if I could, I'd still print everything out. Okay, so I just want to get to know who you are. Just briefly, if you can please take, I call it like the family, like Hollywood Squares there, but I'll just ask you to present yourself with your name at the very least, so that I can kind of hear how to say your name when I eventually call on you. So I'm going to go with, I assume it's Jessie. I don't know how there'd be another way to do it. Jessie, you're the first one. So if you could just introduce yourself, your program, and maybe where you are currently. So I'm currently in Sudbury. I don't know how many of you actually did make it back to Sudbury. So I'm kind of just getting a sense of where you are and if there are going to be any kind of time issues as well. So please, Jessie, just a few minutes of your time.
No worries. Hi, I'm Jessie. I'm 32. This is my first year of university after 12 years in the workforce. I've decided to study law and justice, and I'm pursuing a career in the legal field. I'd like to be a lawyer eventually. So this is my second semester of my first year, and this course I'm hoping will help me a great deal, because turns out 12 years of not being in school is not easy.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not alone. And even if it wasn't 12 years, the transition to university can be challenging wherever you came from. And Jessie, you're currently where?
Oh, I'm in Sudbury. I was kind of born and raised in Hanmer, and I currently live in Alberta, but I've relocated for school.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome, Jessie. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. It's just total by chance. The next person is Beth, according to my Hollywood Squares.
All right. I'm Beth, but on the roll, I'll be Audrey Gilmet. I go by the short form of my middle name. So I see on the screen, it comes up, Beth. I also went back to school 2 years ago to Cambrian. I have a Cambrian diploma in child and youth work. I went back and got my ECE diploma, and then I took the opportunity to transfer into Laurentian psychology. Because I just graduated in August. I missed the September start. So this is my first semester, and I'm going to go nice and slow.
Yeah, this is going to be a very self-paced course.
That's perfect.
In that you're really here to develop the skills, and I'm hopefully here to guide and help you. So welcome, Beth. And yeah, any kind of questions that you have.
Sure. I'm just next door in Sturgeon Falls.
Perfect. Thank you. I don't know if you know, but Devin, you're next on my screen.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, sometimes my microphone sounds a little crazy, so if it starts going off, let me know. So my name's Devin, and I live in Sudbury as well. I was born and raised in Lively, and I moved here to do some college. I went to Cambrian College, did the Environmental Sciences certificate. That was about 2 years ago, and now I'm back in Integrated Sciences and looking to transition into pharmaceutical chemistry after that.
Very cool. So far, 3 totally different disciplines.
Yeah.
So that's something else that you won't see necessarily in a lot of your other courses. You guys are a little bit from everywhere, physically, like geographically, but also program-wise. I tend to see a few more, like the percentage of mature students, so students like you who are coming from a college degree, and things like that. It's a little bit more common in this particular session, so the winter session. But in general, this course, it's first year all the way to like students who are coming in with a degree already. So it runs the gamut. So you're totally, I love teaching this course because I get to hear a little bit from everyone. So I'm going to learn a lot from you based on your experiences. So thank you, Devin.
Awesome.
Justin, you're next on my list. Oh, I'm having trouble hearing you. I don't know if it's just me. Oh, and you will note that I don't have all the technological answers either. So don't worry about it. And just, it's all good. So Justin, we can skip you and come back or try and I don't know. Can anyone else hear him? Okay. So feel free to try it in the chat. Just let us know kind of who you are, where you're from. And then we can try again after. Okay, I was like, oh, it just disappeared completely. All right, so next would be, I'm going to try it in French. Emmanuel? No? Your face says no. You're still on mute.
He's actually called Emmanuel.
Can you say that again, please?
Emmanuel.
Okay, so I totally don't say it in French at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I'm currently located in Sudbury. I'm in my third year economics. I've been off school for a year and I just came back. So I'm trying to like learn the expectations of professors from this course.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you very much. And I can guarantee you I will at some point slip up and say Emmanuel again. But like I wrote it down as I have to say it in English. So welcome. Katie, you're next.
I'm from Ajax and I came from Durham College. I did a year-long course after high school because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I'm in my first year of sports psychology.
Okay, cool. I always have at least one SPAD student, so that's cool. Welcome, Katie. Madi?
Yes, hi.
Was that did I pronounce that correctly?
Yeah, Mahdi.
Mahdi.
That's hard to pronounce H, but that's kind of correct. So my name is Mahdi. I live in Toronto and I graduated here from a high school. This is the first course of the first semester of the first year of my university program, and my program is Law and Justice. So this gonna kind of help me for my program.
Perfect. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
I happen to also, I can't remember I think it was Beth or no, Jesse. Yeah, so now we're up to 2 law and justice, and that was also my undergrad. So there's technically 3 of us. Welcome. Okay, Louis. Hi. Oh, bienvenido al curso de ASEX. Okay, very cool. Thank you. All right. You guys all moved around. Ethan, you're next.
Hi, I'm Ethan. I'm in my third year of sports psychology. I'm from Whitby, and I took a semester off school in September, but I'm back in Sudbury now. Just trying to get back into the swing of things.
Perfect. Cool. Thank you. So again, like you've seen so far, we're up to I don't know how many people. You're all going to be pretty much in the same boat. as you really are just looking for that transition piece. So hopefully this course will be that for you. Next is Beirut.
Hello. Yeah,
Hi.
that's all good. Yeah, it's like a Persian name, but anyways, you can call me however you would like to. And my name is Beirut, and I come from Kingston, Ontario, but I moved to Res in fall 2020. And I'm in the computer science program, but I'm planning to switch to nursing as of fall 2021. And I really like this class because I feel like all the students need to know how to like do the research skills, and like all this is good for us. And I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Perfect. Welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Alex, you're next.
Hi, my name's Alex. I'm a third year architecture student, and I'm from London, Ontario.
Awesome. Thank you. Destiny.
Hi, I'm a student in the Indigenous social work. I'm also a mother, so you might hear my little guy in the background. I think the school is doing a little trick on me where they put all my classes on times when I had to go pick him up and go drop him off. So I might be on mute and like my video won't show because I'm traveling. So just a heads up.
No worries. Sorry, not to cut you off, but just so that you all know, this course is also offered this semester completely online. And if you were trying to avoid me, you won't be able to, because I'm also teaching the fully online course. But if anyone, the Tuesday, Thursdays, 4 to 5:30 time slot, for the most part, works for you, absolutely. Do what you have to do. Turn your camera off, or invite the special guests when you have to. It's all good. But just so that you're aware, this is synchronous, so remote in that we're all seeing each other, but there is a completely online course, same content, and you go at your own pace. Almost identical assignments. There's a couple differences, but just so that you're aware. So this is ACEX 1006-01. The -12 is fully online, no Zoom, no online meetings whatsoever. So just so that you're aware, you do have both options. This is the first time it's ever happened where we run them both at the same time. Not that I want to lose you. I love seeing students, but if for whatever reason the other option works better for you, this would be the week to kind of figure that out. But Destiny, generally speaking, if you're muted, if you're off, but you're still kind of there, you're welcome to stay in this version of the course, like totally up to you. And I didn't mean to pinpoint you. It was just, you made me think, just so you're all aware, you have both options this semester.
As myself, I'm more of a in-person learner, so I appreciate the Zoom. I appreciate the in-class when COVID wasn't a thing. I'm almost finished my program. I'm told that I was supposed to take this course because of issues of last semester, but I'm okay with taking it, and I look forward to learning any kind of additional skills. I'm always welcome to learning more. I'm currently living in Sudbury.
Perfect. Well, welcome, Destiny and company. And again, listen, I get it. We're all at home. This is my home office. So it's all good. Like, you just shut your camera off, go do what you got to do. Let me know if you have to leave for whatever reason. I'm not going to hold you hostage. Like, I know other things are going on in your houses. It is all good. I have a 2-year-old husky who loves attention. So she will make an appearance at some point. And she'll most likely talk at the same time. So I get it. Like, we're all in the same kinds of situations. So don't feel like you can't just get up and leave if you have to. All right. So the Samuel, you're the last one.
Hi, yeah, I'm Samuel. Currently I'm at Sudbury. I'm in my first year of the Earth Sciences course, and I'm from Toronto.
Awesome. Thank you. I did not expect as many of you to be currently in Sudbury or the surrounding area, so that's exciting. All right. Thank you, everyone. And again, I'll try my very best to pronounce your names correctly, but it might take me a try or two. So thank you, Jesse, for saying that D2L works for you. I think by default will be, I'll make sure to post everything in D2L anyways, especially if I'm going to share something through Zoom. I'll make sure that you have the copy in D2L as well, which will include the syllabus. So that's the first thing kind of like officially that I want to show you tonight. And sorry, I noticed afterwards there's a not so pretty picture over here. So I'll fix that before I put it on D2L. But yeah, so this is what the course looks like. So it's really there to strengthen your skills, writing, study, and research specifically. I wasn't involved in the course description, so I am no mathematician by any means. So I loosely interpret numeracy for me as kind of information literacy, which links into research skills. So I'm not here to teach you math. A lot of students get real stuck on the word numeracy in the course syllabus. So just be aware that it has nothing to do with math specifically. I'm not allowed to change the course description. So like I said at the beginning, we're going to see each other for Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 to 5:30. These are the main goals of this course. So how to manage yourself and your time. So how to manage juggling. Some of you have families at home. I don't know if you're able to work as well. So you've got a lot going on. So it's how to manage all of those pieces. Hopefully this course will help you do that. Critical thinking and problem solving. So we will go through scenarios and it will tie into one of your assignments, which is the argumentative essay. So this course, I am not teaching English skills. I am teaching critical thinking and problem solving and argumentative skills. So when I say the argumentative essay, as long as I can more or less understand what you're saying, I can't dock you off points for things that I'm not learning. So don't be scared of the argumentative essay. I want to know, and what I'll be looking for is, can you formulate a clear and concise argument in your thesis statement? But I've broken it into pieces, so I'll get into that a little bit later. But that's another skill that we're going to develop through some of the activities throughout the course. General communication skills, so both written and oral or verbal. Information literacy, that ties into the research skills. Teamwork. So we're going to see how it works. They're debates. We're going to try to do some debates online and we'll see how that goes. And then cultural awareness. So understanding your own culture, but also the cultures of other people and how you're able to further develop interpersonal skills based on that awareness. The dog is starting to play with the toy, so I can't guarantee she won't come in with something. Just a heads up. So more specifically, those 6 main outcomes, this is what we'll be going over at different points in the semester. So I'm not going to go into huge detail for this piece. Please, so sorry, I forgot to share it with you. Please feel free to look this over and ask any questions that you have about the course syllabus more specifically. But this is normally what students want to see. So it's the topics. So this week, it's really just the transition to university, kind of going over the expectations for this course, but expectation at the university level in general. So time management, learning how you learn. So some of you will have heard of learning styles, multiple intelligences, things like that. So we'll go over that. Critical, creative, practical thinking, learning skills. So like note-taking, reading strategies, things that might be that are going to be a lot more specific to online learning or remote learning. And then the debates will be towards I guess it's more the end, not middle anymore, the end of the term. And then the final assignment is going to be a learning portfolio. So this is specifically what I'm looking at evaluating. So like I said, the argumentative essay is going to be divided into 3 parts. So an outline, just generally, can you kind of organize your ideas and link it to a clear thesis statement? That's the outline. The argumentative essay, the draft. So after like the first year, I didn't think it was fair to assign you an argumentative essay and grade that final essay, not harshly, but giving that as your only opportunity for improvement. I didn't like that there wasn't, you can make this better and please submit again. So that's why the draft is a completed essay with your references and everything, but it's so that I can look at it and give you proper feedback so that you can make the changes that are necessary. So working with constructive criticism and feedback, and how can you self-improve and use the resources at your disposal. So that's why it's split into 3 chunks, so that I'm with you every step of the way, so that I can make sure that you're on the right track and that we're kind of fixing maybe some of the issues that you have throughout, instead of just giving me a final product and I don't have, there's nowhere for you to go after that. So that's the bulk. That's a really big assignment in this course. And you'll note there's no final exam. So because it's very much a skills-based course, I don't think it's fair that I'm asking you multiple choice questions at the end of this course. So it's a learning portfolio. So I'm going to kind of give you all of the pieces that you're going to need for the learning portfolio throughout the semester. And then if you keep up with them, it's just going to be a question of putting it all together in April for the final project. If you don't keep up with it, you're just going to have a lot more to do in April. You might still be able to succeed. I can tell you right now, I can tell when you do it the night before versus you've prepped a couple weeks or a month ahead of time. But basically that project is for you to be able to measure your own progress, to see where you're at right now in January, and how did you improve, what skills did you develop all the way through the semester. So it's very much about like self-reflecting and kind of accumulating all of these proofs of how you're doing. So that's the goal of this course, and that's why it's a project and not an exam. And I think I just arbitrarily picked the 16th because that was like right in the middle of exams. I have no idea how exams work now that we're remote. So I just picked a date. So if there's going to be some wiggle room for that in particular, I just have to have the final grade submitted by the end of April. So when it comes to things like this, if there's due dates that don't work for you or something comes up, just let me know in advance. You can't come to me the night before and be like, I can't meet this deadline. You've known since today. But if something comes up and you're aware of it ahead of time, just let me know. I try to meet your needs as they come up. So just ask for a meeting, send me an email, something, just let me know. All right, so are there any questions so far about this course? This seems pretty straightforward. The syllabus is pretty straightforward. Okay, perfect. So I'll have it on D2L after I fix that little, this not so pretty picture.
I do have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
For the argumentative essay, how many words is it usually?
So I'll be posting on D2L the assignment criteria and the rubric for each of those assignments in the next few days so that you have this as of the first week. I have a hard time with word counts, just in general, but anyways, I put a minimum number of pages for the argumentative essay, and the minimum number of pages is 6, not including your references. So we'll get to that in a little bit, but it really is just about showing me that you're able to argue, support your arguments, and that you're able to have the research that supports it. So it's not so much the word count that is most important to me. It's really, are they sound arguments that are well supported? And just because you asked, the argumentative essay is open. I'm not putting you in a box. The topic can be anything, whether it's something that interests you. I got a law and justice students normally pick something that they're doing in one of their courses. I've got computer science. What did we have? Environmental science. You can write what you know, or you can take the opportunity to kind of learn about something else. So the argumentative essay, I'll go into detail and we're going to take it piece by piece. But if you want to get a head start, it's open to any topic that can be argued. So it's not describing and it's not explaining, it's arguing. So you have to be able to take a position on a particular topic and be able to support that position. So a for or against type situation where there's a clear divide between two arguments. So that's what the argumentative essay is on any topic. For example, every year I have someone who tries some kind of sports related topic, whether it's athletes get paid too much, athletes don't get paid enough, why don't college athletes get paid? They should, they shouldn't. So anything that you can argue for or against will be a possible topic. And that's why you're going to be submitting these pieces to me in little chunks so I can be like, we're going to have to work on this. The topic is good, but how do we argue it? So law and justice, euthanasia comes up a lot. The death penalty comes up a lot. Those are linked to my law and justice students. I've had students talk to me about computer science stuff. I don't have to know. I don't have to understand the discipline you're in and you're discussing. I just have to understand the argument. So as long as that makes sense, you're okay. Just keep in mind, I know a little about a lot of things, but you'll be arguing and showing the arguments more than anything else. So we'll get into more as the semester goes out, as the semester progresses. But if you want to get a head start and just send me a quick email, be like, okay, is this a good topic? I can give you the feedback pretty much right away. The only thing that you can't do, which we'll talk more about on Thursday, is you can't submit the same essay twice in 2 different courses. So if you are assigned an essay, sorry, I know that the camera is here, but I have 3 screens at home. So when I'm looking this way, it's because I put your little Hollywood squares on my second screen. Any questions that you have about the argumentative essay at any point, just let me know. I also normally stay logged on after class just in case someone has a question that they want to ask in person. But feel free. I know I just went on a tangent, but your one question made me think of like 3 different things. So I just felt like I said them all in a row. Anything else about the assignment right now? And again, if the questions come to you later, feel free to email, ask me at the end of the class.
I have one more question. Are you going to give some support questions just in case like someone doesn't have like an idea of what, or like they're just confused on what they want?
So I've worked with students and they're like, I want this topic. I don't know where to go with that. Absolutely. We're going to work with a thesis statement together so that by the time you get to the research stage, you know where you're going. There's 2 different ways to approach it. Some students will be like, hey, I like this topic. Let me do some research and see if that helps me. But if you're stuck, I'm not just going to leave you be. So if you're stuck and you're like, I want to do this, we're going to create the argument together if you're there. There are also supports available to you as Laurentian students when it comes to writing. So the Writing Center is available and they can help you through that as well. But yes, because this is part of the course, how to formulate a sound argument, we'll get there together for whatever questions that you may have. So don't feel like I'm just going to throw you into that, especially because this might be the first time you're writing an argumentative essay at the university level, or it's been a super long time. And you'll notice as you get to know all your profs, everyone's going to have different criteria. Everyone's going to have different expectations. So I try to keep it as open as possible so that you can kind of go with what you know. So for example, some students come into university and only know APA formatting. Some students know MLA. Some students will try and give me Chicago, Vancouver. I don't even know what other formatting exists. And if right now you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay, we'll go through it. But I keep it as open as I possibly can so that you're not stuck in a box and that you can kind of go with what you know. Because I knew MLA for my entire undergrad, and then my master's, they only wanted APA. So it's going to depend on profs, programs. Humanities normally prefer MLA. Science-based courses will tend to go more into APA. So you can go with what you know you're going to need in your courses, or like you've got other profs who are telling you need to do APA, then you can stick with that. That makes sense? Again, they're really good questions and they're making me think of a bunch more things. So sorry if I'm giving you 3 answers when you only asked for 1. Anything else?
Yeah, I was wondering if you're going to post the outline and the criteria for the essays on D2O.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
So you're going to have criteria and a rubric for the essay, criteria and a rubric for the learning portfolio, criteria and a rubric for the debate. So basically the three main, obviously not attendance and participation, but the essay, the debates, and the portfolio, everything will be on D2L. I'll be able to do that tonight. So you'll have a chance to kind of look them over before next class. And next class, I set aside most of the time for all of your questions. So if anything comes up between now and then, you can just save it for Thursday. But yeah, I'll make sure to post all of that on D2L tonight so that you can look at it.
Thank you.
All right. So apart from that, there are no required textbooks in this course. We'd had one way back when. So I do put it as a suggested material. Don't feel like you have to go buy it. I have a bunch of copies if anyone really wants one. But that's what it was, and you don't have to go buy anything. So I'll be providing resources, PDFs and things like that, and I'll put them in D2L. So if every so often I'll assign a reading or something, they'll be online resources anyway. So don't worry about textbooks. For submission of assignments, it's going to be, if I give you a due date, it has to be before midnight on that date. So I put 11:59, but don't start trying to upload things at 11:59 because it'll be late and the Dropbox will close. So make sure you're giving yourself like about a 10-minute buffer. It's a good practice for just all of your courses. Je parle français, je suis complètement bilingue. Alors, s'il y en a qui parlent français et préfèrent soumettre leurs travaux en français, vous pouvez le faire pour la dissertation et puis le portfolio. If none of you understood that, then it didn't apply to you. But basically, because I'm completely bilingual, I do allow students to submit assignments in French. Louis, my friend, wherever you went, my Spanish is not good enough for you to be able to submit it in Spanish. So that's kind of where I draw the line. But French and English for the essay or the portfolio, that's acceptable as well. Attendance, these are the things they make you put in your syllabus. So like the attendance policy for Laurentian, you can't miss more than 20% of classes without a valid reason, or you risk failing the class just on not attending. Academic integrity, we'll go into it on Thursday, but basically don't plagiarize, don't cheat. Here are the penalties, which go from 0 on the assignment to being expelled from the university. And anyways, I heard of someone who actually got their degree revoked. You will not get to that level, I'm sure. But basically, academic integrity is recognizing the work of someone else. Bottom line. If it's not your words, if it's not your ideas, you need to recognize that it comes from someone else. And then a couple other policies linked there if you are so inclined to read up on university policies. So that's the syllabus. Those are the assignments. Any other questions come to mind right now? Good to go. I know I'm talking at you and it's a lot of stuff right now, but please don't be shy. Like I said, you can chat, private message me in the chat, or send me an email after class. The only other thing I really wanted to do tonight, if there's no questions about the course itself, is I would have a survey for you guys to answer. Kind of like what I did at the beginning of the course, but just to actually collect the info that you gave me. So a preferred name, program of study, and a couple other questions. But this was also a test for me to see how well we all work with technology, myself included. So it's going to be a Google Forms. So I'm just going to ask that you take a couple of minutes to fill this out. Just let me remember how to share it. Okay. All right, so that should work. Please feel free to let me know if it doesn't. So it's a couple, they're like mostly just, like I said, data collection. But I try to make my examples and like the scenarios that we use kind of meet where you're at. So that's kind of why I'm collecting that. It's totally anonymous. It's not going to be not anonymous. It's not going to be shared with your classmates. It's just for me. I'm going to not talk for a little bit just in case people need to concentrate, but I'm here if you have any questions. Remember at the beginning when I said I might not have all the technology answers? This one, it should work if you're accessing from your Laurentian account. So it's within the Laurentian organization or community. So for those who can't open it, that might be the problem. If not, it's totally me and I didn't do it right. But since I've only had 2 questions, I assume the rest of you can access it and are answering it and are trying to focus. I'm not expecting like novels, complete sentences, just fill it out as best you can. Is everyone still doing okay? You look very concentrated. Okay, so we're just waiting on a few more people. Okay, I only have one more thing that I wanted to do with you guys for tonight. So there's no rush. If you need a couple more minutes after we log off tonight, go for it. Like, this survey is very informal, but it's for me. The only other thing I wanted to do with you, again, kind of to see where we're at with technology, but also to get to know the course a little bit more. I'm going to try not to get you to do too much all in a row. Tonight's going to be the exception because I'm getting you to do a form and then I want you to do a Google Doc. But basically, I just want to know, what do you expect from this course? So I have 3 questions for you. The first one being, what do you expect from this course? What do you expect from your classmates and your colleagues in this course? And what do you expect from me? So for those who feel comfortable doing it, you can take, I was going to say take, let me do that in English. Open your mic. No, that's not right either. Just you can tell me live right now, or you can just add it to this Google Doc. So again, I know I'm getting you to do 2 different things in 2 different documents. I'll try to space them out in the future, but I just wanted to end tonight. So like I said, first course is normally very informal, just getting to know the content and each other. So if you can take a couple minutes and either, like I said, let me know right now, or just write down maybe the topics you're looking to cover in the course, some of the skills you're thinking you want to develop further, things like that. More so than anything, that's what I'm looking for. And then what are some of the things that I can do? So the fact that, I'm pretty sure it was Katie, it might have been someone else, Jessie. The fact that Jessie, and I think most of you would prefer to have at the very least the content on D2L. So anything that I can kind of do to help you, feel free to fill this out, or let me know in an email after class, just so that I get a sense of where your needs are and what you're expecting of this course. For the most part, we will cover a lot of, I think, what you're thinking of right now. But if there's one topic that maybe even I haven't thought of, please share and let me know, and then I'll try and adapt content wherever I can to kind of meet those needs. Yeah. Yeah, so if you want it to be something that's just between me and you, please send me a private chat in Zoom or an email after the class. But yes, everyone is in it, like everyone is working in it right now, so that we can all see. So I will kind of touch on this again on Thursday. So if you think of anything between now and then, like I said, just let me know so that we have a better idea of what you're looking to kind of further develop. All right, so that's it for tonight. I could keep talking. You'll learn that very quickly that you guys are gonna have to remind me that we only have so much time together. Normally I teach this course in 3 hours and not 2 times 1.5 hours. But yeah, like I'll post the syllabus, I'll post all of the assignments in D2L tonight so that you have that. But if you filled out the survey, if you've told me what you think I need to know, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna just cut this off as quickly as we can for tonight. And then on Thursday, we're just gonna pick up with more specifically the theme of transition to university. And I'll try as much as possible to touch on the topics that you're putting in the Google Docs. So if you've done the survey and you fill out the Google Docs with your information, that's it for tonight. So you feel free to log off. And like I said, I'll be here for those who have maybe some one-on-one questions that they want to ask. So yeah, good night for now, and we will see each other Thursday. All right. So I'll be here, but otherwise that's all for tonight. Have a good night, everybody.
I'm still trying to log in so I can access the first one for you.
Oh, okay. I can also put it on. Is it your Laurentian account that you're having a hard time with?
Yes, because I was already logged in under my regular account. So I'm just trying to flip it over to add a profile and then I'll be able to do it. But
well, there's no rush to get it done tonight. So I'll make sure to put the links to both the survey and the Google Docs in D2L so that you can fill those out at your own pace tonight or tomorrow, like sometime this week. There's really no rush. Like I said, I don't normally put 2 back-to-back activities quite like this because I realize that I have a bunch of accounts open right now. So yeah, it'll all be on D2L. So feel free to take your time with that.
Thank you.
Justin, how's it going? You can still hear us, right? We're just working on your sound. Slow it down. Oh, no worries, Justin. It'll get fixed when it gets fixed. I'm sure these won't be the only issues that people will have this semester. All good for tonight, Justin. You're clearly visible. It's all good.
Sorry. So for tonight, just answers the questions which is in Google Docs.
So just fill out the 3 questions in the Google Docs and then the survey if it's already done. That's all I'm asking for tonight, and that's your homework.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you Thursday.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Louis, you're still doing okay? I don't know if you're there and you. Oh, perfect. No rush. Just wanted to make sure you didn't have any questions. Good night.